for it, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfectly fine. Great. So, Anam, before we just start, I'd just like to, share something that this interview is a kind of mock interview.
Sorry, sir.
You just brief me about yourself.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you, sir, and good afternoon. My name is Anam Mansuri. I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra. I completed my graduation from St. Francis de Sales College in 2024 BSc Computer Science field, and I am also currently working at as an intern in PSK Technologies, a private limited IT company. That's all about me, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, you have completed your BSc, right?
Yes, sir.
And okay, when did you complete your SSC?
2019 to 18.
19 to 18.
Sorry, 18 to 19.
Okay, 18, 19 you completed. And then you completed your HSC in which year?
1920.
1920, just a second. Uh, 1920. So HSC, it's like 2 years, no? It takes around 2 years to complete HSC.
Yes, sir.
So you might have completed it in 2021.
Yes, sir. It's a mistake in that my resume, maybe.
This is a mistake over here. I got confused then.
Okay.
Okay. And then you completed your BSc in computer science, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But I could see that you started your career as a computer teacher at Crescent English School, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I mean, were you thinking of pursuing your career into this line only as I mean, as a teacher or as a tutor initially, or what exactly was there in your mind after completing your BSc?
Actually, sir, my graduation year was 3 year. BSc completing was 3 year, but unfortunately, I have a back in my maths paper. So, fill that gap. I have to do a teacher job as a computer teacher, and I worked as a teacher in Crescent English School,
Okay, so just to fill that gap, you decided to work as a part-time computer teacher or full-time computer teacher.
full time computer teacher. Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a second, just a second. Okay, all right, all right. So there you work for around a year or less than a year, less than a year.
Less than a year. Less than a year. 6 months. Around 6 months.
So don't you think this is not right?
Sir, actually, I joined from August to January. I completed all my stuffs in winter sessions, like all the exams was at in winter. I completed all my work in that school, and then I resigned from there. And I decided to join the IT company.
Acha, okay,
Yes.
okay. So, just to spare some time during your, during the period while you were preparing for your last back paper, you decided to pursue this career as a computer teacher just for 6 months. So,
Yes.
what is the value addition of this 6 months of experience into your career?
Sir, from there I got my confidence level boost up. I got clear communication skills from I in I will in in above I will
Your voice is breaking. Hello,
sorry,
Uh,
sorry.
hello. Yeah, Prashant
Now,
ji. Hello.
hello.
Wait just a second. I mean, there is a big issue with your voice and the network there. I mean, it is breaking in between again and again. Actually, I was unable to hear the complete sentence that you started with and ended with. I was unable to hear anything. Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Am
All
I
good?
audible now?
Yes, yes, you're audible. So you may just share it once again. What is the value addition that you think the 6 months experience that you have got working as a computer teacher has brought into your career?
Okay, so as a teacher, I grow up my skills, like I have more communication, clear communication skills. As a teacher, I learned there, and how to manage people's, like how to manage students, and how to communicate with all that persons, like how I can be a very clear communicator.
So how are you applying those things that you have learned in that six months
Yes.
of tenure into your current profile?
From here, in my current profile, I applied all the leadership qualities over here, like I always be ready for doing anything, and also I can communicate with any unknown person very easily, and I have a good communication skills also. That's all about that.
But still, I mean, I didn't like this point that just to spare time and just to give that final maths paper in which you got the backlog, you decided to work as a computer teacher. But and then after completion of 6 months, you left the job. So this shows that the kind of value that you had for that particular job or the profile in which you were working, you were not having that kind of value or that kind of uh, you know I mean, basically you were not happy or somewhere you were not giving that kind of value to that particular job, I believe. So what are your thoughts?
Sir, actually, when I was doing the teacher's job, I already told the principal that I have to work only for 6 months. As she got ready, I decided to join that schools, and it was my commitment to work only for 6 months.
Okay, so this was pre-decided.
Yes, sir. It was pre-decided for me and my principal.
Okay. And then later on in the month of which month did you join PSK?
July 2024.
Okay. So you had completed your backlog paper and everything, and you were also done with your BSc in that same period. Like, right? Before Jan to July, you had completed a BSc and everything, right? Your education.
Yes, sir. I was exploring, I was upscaling my skills,
Uh-huh.
and then I joined PS Technologies.
Okay, so you had joined PSK Technologies in the month of July. I could see that you have also mentioned that you had done a project in between. The project was worked on Nagpur Dial Search Engine as a graphic designer.
Yes, sir.
And again, this was somewhere in which year have you done this project?
2024.
2020?
For currently,
No, but
2020.
you have mentioned that you started working on project in March 2021 and completed the project in December 2022. I believe this is your resume, Anam.
Yes, sir.
And the expression that you just gave shows me that you are not sure whether it's your resume or you have written it or not.
So
It,
it was a little
this is a
mistaken, I
again,
think.
this is a casual approach. I believe you are not prepared for the interview or you are not happy to give the interview. Is
No,
that the
sir.
case?
No, sir. I was prepared, and I'm
So
also
why
happy to give
why
it
is your
that.
resume not prepared then, dear? I had like figured out two mistakes in your resume. One was the education one, the HSC, and second one is the project that you have I mean, the project on which you are working right now. Again, you have mentioned here the wrong dates.
So,
So how do you manage your work then? And how do you manage different kind of tasks?
so in that project, I have to create a post for a service post and service video reels for
No, no,
the clients.
my question is, Anam, you are getting it wrong. My question is, how do you manage your work? How do you manage your task?
Okay, sir. I completed my task on time. Whenever I got any task, I was ready to do in on time, and I managed all my team members. I communicate with them and started discussing what the exact service post or what we have to do, and then and that's all I managed in that project.
See, again, you have deviated a bit. The question was very much generic. It was not about this particular project. I was just asking, in general, how do you manage your task? In general, it could be based upon this work, the project that you just described right now, or it could have been based upon your previous experiences, your like throughout your professional or personal life. I just wanted to understand how do you manage your work?
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Now got
But
it.
nevertheless, like it's okay now. And just tell me like what is your current role at PSK Technologies?
Currently, I am working as a graphic designer.
Okay, you are working as a graphic designer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have mentioned hardware and Linux. I believe this is the part of IT infrastructure.
Yes, sir. I have knowledge about hardware, Linux, and graphic designing also.
No, no,
It was
your
a part of operation part. It was a operation part. I also know about the hardwares, like how to troubleshoot if my laptop is not working. Then I use that skills on here. Like I have some troubleshooting issues, then I troubleshoot that.
no. See, your core profile is graphic designing or your core profile is IT infrastructure networking.
So my core profile is graphic designing currently.
But I'm getting confused with this first word as hardware. It shows that you are more into IT infrastructuring and networking because you have mentioned graphic designing as the second part.
Yes, sir.
And I could not see anything which helps me understand that you are working into graphic designing role. There is nothing like there is no description about that role. Why so?
Sir, actually, I uh, I was learning that hardware and Linux, and I did projects on graphic designing only.
So are you looking for a career in networking infrastructure or into graphic designing?
Sir, in graphic designing.
But I mean, you just said like you are learning that thing and you have learned those things and then you have mentioned those things again in your resume. Because I am getting confused and I'm not sure whether you will be fit for the position that we are looking for. Because we are looking for a hardcore graphic designer. But your interest seems to be hardware and Linux as well. I mean, IT infrastructure as well.
Yes.
This was not required, I believe, Anam, hardware and Linux. You could have mentioned something about graphic designing work that you are doing right now at PSK.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what kind of roles are you performing as a graphic designer at PSK?
Sir, I was make the posters, service posts, and the service video. As a graphic designer, I have to create a flyer, banner, and many more things. I used Canva in that for the designing the flyer, banners, and all things. And currently, I am also making a service post for my brother as part time.
Okay, okay, okay. So since you are working as a graphic designer, Anam, tell me how do you stay updated with the latest designs and the trends which are there in the design industry, or specifically different kind of tools like emerging or trending tools in graphic design. How do you stay updated with them? And also just tell me like you can just tell me an example. How do you implement your new learnings or the new skills that you have learned in your current profile at PSK?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was using the tools like Copilot. It is an AI tool for graphic designing. Whenever I want a picture or images, I download it from there. and I go to Canva. I was going to Canva and create that post very creatively, and from this I used some kinds of tools, and I'm also exploring post on my walls, render forest, and before aside this, I'm also exploring Photoshop also.
Okay, great. So, do you also visit any of the other, webinars or, online communities for understanding what are the trending designs or where is the current graphic designing industry going?
Sir, actually, I searched on Instagram that there is any graphic designing post or any graphic designing vacancies there, and I also got opportunity from my brother because he also doing he is doing trading. So I make some post for him, like service post, like thumbnails, and some service video reels, and that's all about graphic design.
So, have you heard about Behance, Dribble,
Scribble, no,
Behance,
me hands, no sir,
Dribble? No, you're not aware about these terms?
no sir.
Okay. So, this is your homework for today that just go later on and check it out. What is Behance? What is Dribble?
Yes sir.
Because this is very must part whenever you are making your career into designing. Okay, as a product designer, as a graphic designer, okay, you should be aware about these terms. I mean, basically these are different communities whereby it's just like LinkedIn, or you can say it's kind of platform whereby all the designers upload their post, they make their designs visible to all the community, and you can also share, you can also review their designs. In this way you can stay updated with the latest designs which are trendy in the
Yes,
industries. Okay,
yes.
all right. Okay, that's it from my side, Anam. Is there anything that you would like to ask?
No sir.
Okay, great. So we'll stop over here, Anam. Okay, so this was the mock interview that you had. So how was your experience?
uh okay, okay sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, what do you think, where you were lacking, where you could have done
uh
good?
First of all, I have to check my resume properly, like there is a mistakes in my resumes, and also what I mentioned in that resume, I was aware of that.
Mhm.
I have to aware of that.
So see, the thing is, first part you said it right. Okay, you have to thoroughly review your resume. You have
Yes,
to find out the loopholes, the gaps which are there and which I have got. Okay, this shows the approach, the casual approach of the candidate, and in the first round itself, you will get rejected. In the CV screening round only, you will get rejected.
yes,
Okay, this is the harsh truth that I'm telling you. Okay. Second thing, with your communication, dear, your communication is very poor, to be honest. Okay, I'll be upfront. Okay, because I believe if I give you like gloomy feedback, then that won't work out. ठीक है, मैं डायरेक्टली आपको जो है वो बताऊंगा. आपकी कम्युनिकेशन बहुत पुअर है. आपको टेंस ही नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. आप प्रेजेंट से बताते बताते कब पास्ट टेंस की बात कर देते हो. See, everything has to be present. Na? You are right now doing those things. So I'm working on this project. I am doing these kind of designs. So आप कैसे कहते हो? I was designing. I was design. You know, it shows like you are not good with your communication. Your English is not up to the
hmm.
mark. It's below average.
Yes,
Okay, so you need to work upon your communication. Next is that it's good that you have mentioned that you have been working as a computer teacher. Okay, so आप क्या कर सकते हो? In my opinion, if you feel it okay, you can just remove this thing, and आप जब आप गैप जस्टिफाई करेंगे, जब आपने लिखा है कि बीएससी में आप कंप्यूटर साइंस में बैकलॉग हुआ था आपका एंड देन आप कवर कर रहे थे, उस टाइम पे जस्टिफाई करते टाइम आप बता सकते हो कि मैंने मेरा वो जो समय है वो प्रोडक्टिवली यूज किया है. ठीक है, बाय डूइंग दिस काइंड ऑफ स्टफ. एंड उनको एक क्लियर आइडिया दीजिए. देखिए 6 महीना इट्स अ वेरी शॉर्ट टाइम.
yes
दिस
sir.
शोज कि द पर्सन loses इंटरेस्ट वेरी फास्ट. It is obvious. I understand that it was just for जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ स्पेयरिंग दैट टाइम जिसमें आप अपना गैप जो है फिल करना चाहते थे, बट उसको एक अच्छे तरीके से प्रेजेंट करें जिसमें से कोई क्वेश्चंस ना आए सामने वाले के दिमाग में। ठीक है, दैट यू नीड टू मेक श्योर। थर्ड पार्ट, आपने पीएचके में क्या किया, दिस इज द बिग सी, यू आर स्टेपिंग इनटू द इंडस्ट्री नाउ, यू आर वर्किंग एज द इंटर्न, दिस resume has to say many things. ठीक है, I'll be taking a complete session on resume writing, but here what I
Sorry, sir.
okay, it's okay. So here what I believe is that you should input details which shows what is your current core work. Okay. Hardware, Linux, you have knowledge, you are doing troubleshooting. That's a good thing. That's a bonus.
Excuse me,
Do
sir.
you want to take water?
Yes,
Please,
sir.
please, you can take water, please.
What?
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so you have to mention things about your current profile predominantly into the experience section. Okay. And it's good that you are having knowledge on hardware and Linux and everything that you have mentioned, but it is not required.
Okay.
Okay, you can utilize this space for inputting certain relevant details. Okay, describe what you are doing as a graphic designer at PSK. Okay, describe those things. Okay, later on, everything okay is okay. मैं यही कहूँगा कि if I want to rate you in a scale of 10 for this interview, I'll simply rate 5 out of 10. Okay, because you need to work upon your various skills. Okay, you might be good at designing and everything, but I believe like still you अगर आप इसी तरीके से रहे तो फिर आप इंटरव्यू पास नहीं कर पाएंगे। ठीक है अनम, और जैसे मैंने आपको कहा बिहान्स और ड्रिबल ये क्या होते हैं वो आपको पता रहना चाहिए। ठीक है, मैं ये सबको कहूंगा उस दिन जो भी वहाँ पे एज अ ग्राफिक डिजाइनर या प्रोडक्ट डिजाइनर काम कर रहे करना चाहते हैं। ठीक है, तो ये आप एक बार थोड़ा सा सर्च करिएगा और आपके जो भी कलीग्स है फ्रेंड्स हैं उनको भी बताइएगा। ठीक है, और जब मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में आऊंगा तो आप लोग मुझे बताएंगे उसके बारे में ज्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन। ठीक है, कि क्या बेनिफिट हम लोग ले सकते हैं बिहान से ड्रिबल से एज अ डिजाइनर। ठीक है, दिस इज योर होमवर्क।
Yes.
ऑलराइट, चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच अनम। एनी
Thank
क्वेश्चन,
you.
एनी डाउट दैट यू हैव?
Sir, I have a problem in communication, like English communication skills. So, how can I improve that thing?
सी डियर, यू नीड टू टेक बेबी स्टेप्स फॉर दिस थिंग। पहले तो सबसे पहले आप जो है अपने टेंसेस क्लियर करिए। ठीक है, जैसे गेटिंग बैक टू स्कूल वाला पार्ट है, आपको बैठ के ग्रामर बुक जो रहती है ना उसमें टेंसेस जो रहते हैं, जो जो आपको ग्रामेटिकल इश्यूज आ रहे हैं आपके कम्युनिकेशन में, पहले उसको क्लियर करिए थेरोटिकल पार्ट में। ठीक है, पहले समझिए टेंसेस क्या होते हैं। अभी होता है कि बहुत सी स्कूलिंग में हमें क्लियर नहीं होता है, स्कूलिंग के टाइम जब हम लोगों को चीजें क्लियर नहीं होती और हम उस पर उतना ध्यान नहीं देते, बस पेपर निकालने के लिए हम लोग दे देते हैं। तो अभी वो चीज नहीं करनी है, अभी हमको आपको खुद के लिए करना है, राइट? तो थोड़ा सा बैठ के वो करिए। अगर जरूरत लगती है आपको तो अब एक इंग्लिश ट्यूटर भी जो है और उनके पास कोचिंग लगाइए जैसा आपको सही लगता है, बट करिए प्लीज। ठीक है, बिकॉज सी मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, ग्राफिक डिजाइनिंग इज सच अ फील्ड वेयर बाय यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट वॉट एवर यू आर कम्युनिकेटिंग और वॉट एवर यू आर रिसीविंग, ओके, जो भी आपको सामने से क्लाइंट रिक्वायरमेंट दे रहे हैं वो आप अच्छे से समझ पाए और उसको फिर डिलीवर कर पाए आपने क्या किया है, वो बहुत जरूरी है। एंड इफ यू वांट टू वर्क इनटू गुड एमएनसीज, आई एम टेलिंग यू डियर, आपको कम्युनिकेशन सुधारना पड़ेगा। उसके लिए अभी टाइम है। अभी आप, मैं तो बता रहा हूँ, मेरा सजेशन यही रहेगा, यू गो गेट अ इंग्लिश ट्यूटर, वहां पे प्रॉपरली आप कोचिंग लीजिए। ठीक है, ऑनलाइन हो या ऑफलाइन जैसा भी हो, और वहां से सीखिए। ठीक है, वो आपको प्रॉपरली अभी स्क्रैच से सिखाएंगे, साइड बाय साइड वो भी होता रहेगा, इंप्रूवमेंट भी होता रहेगा और आपका टेक्निकल तो चल ही रहा है। ठीक है,
Yes.
या एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
ओके, चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच अनम फॉर बीइंग विद मी। विल मीट ऑन कमिंग वेडनेसडे।
Yes. Okay.
थैंक
Thank you,
यू।
sir.